I literally just covered the entire African Cup of Nations last summer, and we are back doing qualifiers for the 2021 African Cup of Nations. So, guys, it's time for me to do predictions and let you know the 24 teams I think will make it to that tournament. For the 2019 event, I did not make predictions because I don't even think I was making YouTube videos at that time. Maybe not. I think maybe I did. But anyways, what's important, I would like to give you my predictions and let you know the 24 teams I think will make it to the tournament. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and let me know your 24 picks in the comment section down below. For the 2019 African Cup of Nations, the amount of teams will increase from 16 to 24, and the same will go for the 2021 event. Cameroon were the original hosts of the 2019 African Cup of Nations, but the fact that they were unable to host the tournament, it moved to Egypt. But Cameroon will be the host for the 2021 African Cup of Nations, and they will be hoping that everything goes smoothly and they could actually host the tournament this time around. For the 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifiers, there will be 48 teams participating. Initially, there were 52 teams, but 4 teams got eliminated during the preliminary qualifiers. During those preliminary qualifiers, Chad defeated Liberia, South Sudan defeated Seychelles, Sao Tome and Principe got the better of Mauritius, and Gambia defeated Djibouti. Those 4 teams, along with the other 44 African nations, were drawn into 12 groups of 4, which also includes the host Cameroon. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you know the 4 teams in each group from A to L, then let you know the teams that I think will place first and second and qualify for the African Cup of Nations, and also the teams I think won't make it. Guys, note, the fact that the tournament has expanded to 24 teams, it's gonna be a bit easier to predict, and we won't see a lot of the bigger teams like Nigeria, Ghana, Egypt, Algeria, etc. miss out on the tournament. So it might be a bit predictable. So let's start with Group A, where we have Chad, Guinea, Mali, and Namibia. Guinea, Mali, and Namibia were all at the 2019 African Cup of Nations. Chad didn't make it. Who do I think will be the 2 teams to make it through and qualify for the next event? Guys, this one is not that easy, but let me think. I'm actually gonna go for Mali to top the group, Guinea to come in second, Namibia come in third, and Chad at the bottom. Namibia, you're gonna miss out. You looked okay at the last AFCON, but I don't think you're gonna make it this time around. So guys, let me know your picks for Group A in the comment section down below. Short and sweet, you know what I'm saying? No need to draw this thing out. In Group B, we have Burkina Faso, Malawi, South Sudan, and Uganda. Only one of these teams were at the 2019 African Cup of Nations, and that team was Uganda. And I'm actually gonna go for Uganda to top this group, with Burkina Faso coming in second. I was tempted to put Malawi second, but Burkina Faso, they have some talent there, and one talent that comes to mind is Lyon's Bertrand Traoré. So Uganda top the group, Burkina Faso second, Malawi third, and the Giants of South Sudan are gonna come in fourth. So let's move on to Group C, where there's Ghana, South Africa, Sudan, and Sao Tome and Principe. My 2 picks to come to this group, to top the group, I'm gonna go for South Africa, Bafana. Second, Ghana. Third, Sao Tome and Principe. And fourth, Sudan. This one was a little bit easier because we have 2 big teams in South Africa and Ghana. Guys, could we see a giant killing in this group and have a team like Sudan or Sao Tome and Principe making it to the finals? Well, we'll just have to wait and see, but I don't see this happening. Seriously, I don't see this happening. From what South Africa did at the last African Cup of Nations, and we know Ghana always have quality, I think these teams will cruise through and make it to the next African Cup of Nations. So, Group D, Angola, DR Congo, Gabon, and Gambia. This group is very, very tricky because there's DR Congo, who has been playing really, really good football. Not overly impressive at the last AFCON, but at the back end, they did look good. So I'm actually going to go for them to top the group. To come in second, I think it's going to be between Angola and Gabon. Will Gabon miss a second straight African Cup of Nations after hosting the one in 2017? Guys, this one is hard. Aubameyang, Lemina, Ikule Manga, and so on and so on. Will they miss another African Cup of Nations? Will they miss another major event? Guys, it's hard to tell. Seriously, it's really, really hard to tell. Aubameyang won't be able to do it by himself. Angola looks like a pretty decent team. I'm tempted to go Angola, Gabon. This one is rough. Could Gambia pull a potential upset here? You know what, guys? I'm gonna go for Angola. So Angola and DR Congo will go through from Group D. Final. That's my final answer. Sorry, Gabon. So now in Group E, Burundi, Central African Republic, Morocco, and Mauritania. This group is tricky. Really, really tricky. Burundi looks good. Did well at the last African Cup of Nations where they made their debut. But in the World Cup qualifiers, they were kind of off. They didn't make it through the next round. They didn't come to preliminary. So Burundi still looks good in my opinion. They still look good. Morocco, we could just put Morocco at the top already. I think Morocco will top this group. Central African Republic, Mauritania. Mauritania is a decent team. Mauritania did make it to the last AFCON as well. So to join Morocco, I think it's going to be between Burundi and Mauritania. I'm going to go for Burundi here. I think they have a more solid team and they were just off their pace. They were just off the pace when they faced Tanzania in the World Cup qualifiers. I think it's going to be Morocco and Burundi here. Central African Republic, Mauritania, maybe they can squeeze through, but right now, those are my two picks. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. So let's move on to Group F, where we have the host Cameroon. They will qualify automatically, but they were thrown into qualifiers to just balance things out and not have one group of three. So who would join Cameroon at the 2021 African Cup of Nations from Group F? Will it be Mozambique, Rwanda, or the Cape Verde Islands? So for this group, I was kind of tempted to say Cape Verde Islands because I like what they did for the 2018 World Cup qualifiers, but after that they were kind of, they fell off a bit. Mozambique, not the best team in Africa. Rwanda, an up-and-coming team. And I think I'm going to go for a left field pick here and say Rwanda will join Cameroon from Group F. You guys thought I was going to say Cape Verde or Mozambique, but I'm going to go for Rwanda. I think they are an up-and-coming team. They did well in World Cup qualifiers, and I think they will continue their good form and make it to only their second ever African Cup of Nations. So let's move on to Group G, where we have Comoros, Egypt, Kenya, and Togo. Well, let's put Egypt through. Egypt, the best team in this group. I think they will qualify here. Who will join Egypt from this group? Guys, I'm going to go for Kenya. Togo has been very inconsistent. I'm going to go for Kenya. Comoros, up-and-coming team. Comoros Islands, Ben Nabuane and but he can't do it by himself. They have some other good players on the team as well, but I think Kenya has a very solid unit there, and I'm gonna go for Kenya and Egypt to come through Group G. Short and sweet. Let me know your predictions for Group G in the comment section down below. We have a few more groups to go through, so hang in there. Stay with me, please. For the next group, which is Group H, we have Algeria, Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. 2 Z's or Z's. Who will come through this group? I'm going to go for Algeria for sure. The reigning African Cup of Nations champions. So who will join Algeria from Group H? Will it be Zimbabwe, Zambia, or Botswana? Zimbabwe was at the last African Cup of Nations. Billiat and these guys. Masuna, I think, is from Zimbabwe too. They didn't look too well in the World Cup qualifiers when they lost the first leg to Somalia. But in the second leg, they pulled things together and, they're in World Cup qualifiers and Somalia isn't. I remember I had a big thing going on with the Somalians, in the comment section there about that whole thing. So could Zimbabwe make it to the next African Cup of Nations over Zambia and Botswana? Guys, I have Zambia making it over Zimbabwe. So this is a shock pick, something different. So it's gonna be Algeria and Zambia coming through from Group H here. I could be wrong, but these are my picks. Group I, Congo, Eswatini, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau. So Senegal, they made it to the final of the last African Cup of Nations. Congo was at the tournament. Guinea-Bissau was at the tournament. Eswatini was not at the tournament. And for some of you guys who don't know Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland, my picks. I don't think Eswatini is going to make it. Let me just say that right now. So Senegal, I do think they will make it. I don't see any upsets here in this group. Maybe a draw or two, but Senegal should make it. They're too talented not to make it. So it's between Guinea-Bissau and Congo. Guinea-Bissau and Congo. Who's going to make it? Both teams were at the last African Cup of Nations too. So this one is very difficult. One of these teams will miss out. One of these teams will definitely miss out. Who would it be? My pick to join Senegal at the 2021 African Cup of Nations will be the Portuguese-speaking nation of Guinea-Bissau. So sorry, people from Congo. Sorry. I don't mean to hurt any feelings, but I can't pick three teams. So let us just move on to the next group. So in Group J, we have Equatorial Guinea, Libya, Tanzania, and Tunisia. Is this an easy group to predict? No. Do I have two teams already? Yes. My two teams are Tunisia and Tanzania. I'm impressed with Tanzania, even though they struggled to make it through the World Cup preliminary qualifiers. I do think they are a quality team with Mbwana Samata as the captain and a few other bits and pieces players. So I do think they will make it to the next African Cup of Nations. So sorry, Equatorial Guinea. Sorry, Libya. I do think Libya is capable. They are capable, but I just see Tanzania and the sleeper team in Tunisia making it to the final. Sorry Libya, sorry Equatorial Guinea, but sorry not sorry. So let's move on to Group K, where we have the Ivory Coast or Côte d'Ivoire, Niger, Madagascar, and Ethiopia. Who will make it through this group? Who's gonna make it through this group? Ivory Coast, I think, should make it to the next AFCON, but they are kind of team that could capitulate and not make it to an event that has 24 teams. They're capable of doing that. But I think they will scrape through. Maybe not scrape, but I think they'll make it. Who would be the other team to join them? I think it's going to be Madagascar. They can't be a one-hit wonder at all. They were brilliant at the 2019 African Cup of Nations, the breakout team of the tournament, and I think they'll be back. Could Madagascar make it to the 2022 World Cup? That would be interesting. So keep an eye on Madagascar, guys. As for Niger and Ethiopia, I think they're gonna miss out. Not too much to talk about when it comes to these teams at all. And for the final group, Group L, Benin, Lesotho, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone. So my two teams to make it through from Group L will be the Super Eagles of Nigeria, of course, and the other team I'm gonna pick will be Benin. Surprise? Are you surprised? No, you shouldn't be surprised. Benin made it to the 2019 event and they were okay. They represented well. So Nigeria and Benin will top off my 24 teams. So guys, let me know your 24 teams that will make it to the 2021 African Cup of Nations in the comment section down below. I would repeat the 24 teams, but I'm like, it's a bit too much. I've done enough here. The matches will start in in about 10 hours time. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the predictions. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. As I said, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Visit cardsplug.com/DominicRichFC if you would like to get your favorite player on one of these cards, if you would like to get your mom or your dad on one of these cards and give it to them as a gift. They will appreciate you. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich, and until my next video, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad. Also, let me know if you like my Bafana jersey, okay? When I saw it, I just had to get it.